So, turn on. It has been so, but you know, it is, and I will go green. Guitar, and I got a song. To socials don't ever let you forget. Heard a voice through a book, but you all of the lessons that I learned the hardest ways. Reflect back the prayers that she prayed. To meet your grandpa, he didn't get. They had so much love for their family. Aunts and your uncles. I bet they love you, laugh, you bounce, you joy. I bet they love her. In fact, I love all of the goofy songs. I hugged you strong. I'm blessed to know you still. Till I wish that mine here for you. I love you. I feel like I need to come back together again. I always have. Like you, then I cry and some tears, and I know you. A stranger made up of. We figured it out. We worked away. You and you grew. It kept us. Someday you'll take on the mantle. I know that you got what it takes to. Gonna head downstairs and give you a lead too early. As you sing about glitter and ponies. For unicorns do. That's that. Yeah, I wanted to learn to play guitar, and she can't play a. It's a cool-looking little child-sized pink guitar because she loves pink. And the day that Falcon was taking the, I was kind of sitting downstairs with them, kind of doodled out, mostly just meant to kind of create. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of the things about my creative are always about as much as anything else. I feel like so much of my design process is about going mining. You know, it's processing and sort of about it. I was just like, hey, how can I take this thing and turn it into something else? That's sometimes that's a other times it's some doodle that I recorded and trying to figure out how to kind of maybe do something new with it. So that's the first track. And then actually is the first track on this EP. And I really, yeah, it I have not quite, I don't to stream and sing at the same time. Also, my voice is definitely not where I would want it to be tonight. So we'll open up this track, and I just kind of want to get through it. I know in my head I've heard like the opening beat of the next song, and so I kind of want to get this to a point where I feel like I can start to put together that next beat. But also, I really, I was watching. I don't remember the name of his. Sorry, Spectre Sound, and that or uh, the this is what happens when like most interesting creative stuff comes from. But yeah, so he a special type of old compressor, and I was just trying to remember the name. I am not, it's one of those things. I know a lot about a lot of things, but sometimes I don't remember details. But I remember that this Pultec compressor does something where you squish the low end beneath like 40 kilohertz, like 30-ish, technique. And so they were just talking through that. Totally worth checking out that EQ trick rules on metal guitar. But watching the video while I was working on other stuff today, it made me want to go in and work on shaping some of this track. But before take a quick listen to cleaning it up. One of the things I haven't, I'm going to go in and also do that after I've had a chance to play back. So I think, and I feel like I may add another minute to 2 minutes. I want to add a guitar solo potentially, and I know I want to add some, kind of tweedly, guitar licks inside of the meat of the song. Yeah, before we do anything, let's just play it back, and then we can start carving it out. So here is Death, Where's That Sting? Oh, death! Thy sting! In the moments I feel the cold breath in my neck. I look to the future. In the moments I feel the cold breath in my neck. I see on the news the pandemic is stripping on life. We desperately thought you constantly worked in your job, I was with it. I thought I could handle it, struggling to learn that my brain was not working. Choose because I choose. Where is thy sting? I'm looking at you and I'm picking up all your plans. I'm studying hard and I'm trying to make my amends. I'm causing my own pain and I'm maybe I'm striving. I'm holding on strongly to my loving wife because I chose life. Oh, death, where is thy sting? So yeah, I'm writing 2020, and you know, that's just kind of where my head has been at. You know, when I started working on the
cardboard box for plastic.
When I started should pull that up and listen. Started out here, and so there's definitely a low this whole thing, but I'm beginning to wonder whether there's any there. It'll be okay is what I the effect is that I push on as a man. But when will it break? Will it stay balanced? Sweating and struggling to grow my plants, my it's sinking. They pivot again. Look at the grace. But the grace is really fear. And I want to be graceful and not grace empty. And as I look at the E and the light comes on, I don't know how I'm going to stop staring down the wolves that I see. And I worry that they're hungering for me. If even Jesus cried out to the Father that he had been forsaken, how can I think I can use my strength to keep my hope? And yet I try, because what else can I do? Even if you fail and you fall, you have to get up, because senescence is easier when you're a rock. The sentimental sentiment for the strategies that have been tried and found lacking. Going on because there's nothing else to do, and I want to rest. But the mental block doesn't make a very soft place to put my head. I want to rest, but the rest of the resistance. If I stop, I love that little chunk. I might not start again. And that's even scarier than the wolves. Like an earthquake, I wish my heart of stone, breathing and living as it is, could be broken. I wish I had my mother's comfort, my father's, but the pouch of ashes I have in my desk drawer signifying the early ends of bright promising lights of their own doesn't bring much solace. Mama, Papa, Abba, hold me tight and give me strength. I need to carry on. I'm not entirely sure how to keep moving. So yeah, that was that one. So that's just where my brain was at. So I feel like, um, yeah, I like, to me, when I listen to that, I see some hope. It's certainly a lament. Um, so yeah, back to this track, and who knows, we may not go all night tonight. Well, usually we go till 10. We'll see how long I last. Like I said, I'm very tired tonight. So I started to rearrange these a little bit, but I have these drums down here, and I think we can just start working on those a little bit and start to kind of craft something that sounds better. Yeah, the first thing that's really, really bugging me is the toms that, and I had a thought that maybe I could take those toms and do them orchestrally instead. So, one of my thoughts had been, um, actually, let's just go ahead. I want to try that while I'm thinking about it. So let's go to software instruments, and we will go to Spitfire Audio, and let's go to the cinematic percussion stereo, and we'll go in here, and what's gonna sound kind of, maybe percussion hits high. Make sure that we have that tracks soloed so we can actually hear what we're doing. Oh, we also need to turn ozone off. I love ozone, but yeah, listen to that, like, latency difference. So the next track starts actually with a beat that's like that. Might try and build that out of cinematic percussion. Because like, jazz orchestra, sort of this kind of amalgam of like lo-fi jazz influences and orchestra stuff, but like, not hesitating to bring in like really heavy guitar in places. It's an album about death. There should be some like death metal, I feel. So, I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I can be convinced, but okay. Let's just sort of start to rebuild this a little bit. So if we take these, let's zoom this in. Yeah, let's bring the velocity up on that a little bit. Maybe down a little. in the chat window. So if you want to say something, feel free to chime in. We'll see who the first person is this week. There's always someone. Just have to wait. Yeah, let's cinematic percussion. And then I was taught that if you do Option Shift N, you can change the name of the MIDI track. Hmm. Maybe that's better. I think we need a couple more. My internet has been really weird tonight. It says it has an excellent connection. Anyway, it is what it is. But I feel like we need 2 more hits. Kind of. Where these hit. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I don't mind that. So that's already a fairly fat kick. But let's throw trash on there and see if we can make it a little bigger. That's interesting. That's kind of cool. I kind of dig that. I think we're going to want to notch it. Yeah, that feels a little thicker. Yeah, let's throw a soft knee. So this was it before. That sounds way thicker and
O death, where is thy sting?
you know, that's something where let's go ahead. We're going to bounce around all over the place because when I'm tired, my ADHD gets crazy and I start paying attention to all sorts of things. So, no, I should be good and we should keep listening to the drums for a second.
Image of moments I feel the cold breath in my neck. I look to the future and wonder if I...
So I haven't done on the guitars yet. So that guitar sound yeah, so there's some timing off. Things are electronic. It's so easy to just throw. This volume's a little low. just gonna throw a little gain. Throw just a little bit of gain on there. Okay, we're gonna make that attack longer. We don't want it to... Maybe we'll lower that some more. Yeah, that's not perfect. Maybe it actually sounds relatively clean, so we may not even need it. Okay, so the next thing was I threw on a Hansa Studio impulse response. Yeah, slowly getting there. Yeah, that sounds a little too flangy though. Yeah, we need to go in and fix the timing in a second. But let's go grab the vintage EQ. And we're going to grab the vintage 2BQ, which is the full tech. Yeah, listen to that. That's I mean, I know it sounds junky in other ways. It would help if I had the cabinet on. Wonder how that sounds in the mix. You know, we might double this up and like hand one of these left.
Oh, death, where is thy sting? Oh, death, where is thy sting? I'm looking at you and I'm picking up all your plans. I'm studying hard and I'm trying to make my amends. Cause my own pain and I maybe I'm striving. I'm holding on strongly to my loving wife cause I chose life. Oh, death, where is thy sting?
So why don't we go ahead and let's clean up the guitar just a little bit. So if we go to track and we're going to turn on flex time. Flex time. Okay, maybe not a super funny joke. I am a dad and it is a dad joke. So I apologize. I still haven't figured out why I need to switch modes sometimes to be able to get the track markers to pop up.
Image of moments I feel the cold breath in my neck. I look to the future and wonder if I'm ever next.
Oh, this is interesting. So, you know, Bono does this Bongolese thing when he records, and so I really was trying to figure out how. It's sort of scatting. Just trying to figure out the cadence. Like, there's some interesting ideas in there that I didn't use. Wow. It's almost like I'm the broken nose Perry. Luke Wilson. Owen. Not Luke. Owen. That's what my dad used to call him, the broken nose guy. This is what I love this part more than I probably should. I love being able to kind of go in, and I know things aren't supposed to be perfect. I mean, I know if it's too perfect, you take the life out of it, but I kind of want this chopping to be right on the beat. Make that come in just a tiny bit early. hit save on that while we're thinking about it. And collapse that. I'm gonna turn on the high pass just to get rid of some of the yeah, the high and the low, and now I'm feeling a little bit.
Choose life, oh death, where is thy sting? I'm looking at you and I'm picking up all of your plans. I'm studying hard and I'm trying to make my amends. I caused my own pain and I made my own strife, and I'm holding on strongly to my loving wife, cause I chose life, oh death.
Let's go work on the vocals again for a minute. I know there's some timing, like there's a couple of things I need to record. I mean, re-record, because I didn't get the vocal timing right. And I'm gonna see if I can fix it, but before I do anything else, I'm just gonna turn all of this stuff off. In fact, let's just reset the channel strip on this one. Cleaned up vocal attempt.
Oh death, where is thy sting? Oh death, where is thy sting?
I heard someone mentioning in a video that I had playing last night that there was a vocal hall in here that they really, really liked.
Oh death, where is thy sting?
Yeah, not that. That's very,
Oh death, where is thy sting? Oh death, where is thy sting? Image of moments I feel the cold breath in my neck. I look to the future and wonder if I might be next. I see on the news the pandemic is strife, and I'm told to mask up and move forward in life, and I see that you're hovering up in the air and it's swinging your sight of sorrow and pain, but I choose life.
I asked the dog. I've been joined by a dog. What's up, doggy dog? Hello. You are my guest this evening. Hi, how are you? You just bored? You just needed interaction and excitement? Hi. I love you. Do I need to write a song about you too? Are you going to jump up so you can be on camera? They can't really see you all that well. So they can't see you at all. They can hear you. They might be able to hear you.
You've come at me more than I care or I want to admit. We danced and we fought and you tried to take all you can get. Your cancer reworked into job lessons worth, and I thought I could handle it, and struggling to learn that my brain was not working and clearly computing, but still I keep finding and trying to choose because I choose life. Oh death, where is thy sting? You've come at me more than I care or I want to admit.
Yeah, I need to clean that up. I want to work on that vocal approach when I re-record it one last time, but I'm going to try and just maybe clean up the timing just a tiny little bit, because this is definitely one of those things where I feel like they need to be tight.
You've come at me more than I...
Also, let's make sure that we set up loop on this.
You've come at me more than I care or I want to admit.
And let's switch to polyphonic instead of...
You've come at me more than I care or I want to admit. You've come at me more than I care or I want to admit. You've come at me more than I care or I want to admit. You've come at me more than I care or I want to admit. You've come at me more than I care or I want to admit. You've come at me more than I care or I want to admit. You've come at me more than I care or I want to admit. Da 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 da. Ba ba da ba. Actually, I am curious. Let's take that high pass off. I'm going to create a new send. Let's call this harsh bright. And let's send it fairly. You've come at me more than I care or I want to admit. You've come at me more than I care or I want to admit. You've come at me more than I care or I want to admit. You've come at me more than I care or I want to admit. You've come at me more than I care or I want to admit. You've come at me more than I care or I want to admit. You've come at me more than I care or I want to admit. You know, that's pretty harsh and nasty, but or I want to admit. You've come at me more than I care or I want to admit. You've come at me more than I care or I want to admit. You've come at me more than I care or I want to admit. You've come at me more than I care or I want to admit. You've come at me more than I care or I want to admit. You've come at me more than I care or I want to admit. You've come at me more than I care or I want to admit. You've come at me more than I care or I want to admit. You've come at me more than I care or I want to admit. That actually sounds kind of, you know, it's bright, but I think if we play this back with everything else. You've come at me more than I care or I want to admit. Yeah, that makes it stand out so much more. Let's go play with some more Sound Toy stuff. I'm still trying to figure out this crystallizer. But I could handle it, struggling to learn that my brain was not working and playing with computing, but still I keep finding it, trying to choose. I choose life. Oh death, where is thy sting? I'm looking at you and I'm picking up all your plans. I'm studying hard and I'm trying to make my amends. I caused my own pain and I made my own strife, and I'm holding on strongly to my loving wife because I chose life. Yeah, that's something that we need to clean the timing up on too. Loving wife because I... Let's grab the marquee tool. We'll slice out that little section and let's bring the gain down. Oh, that's right. Why don't we just notch it? We'll chop it out. My loving wife, because I chose life. That chipmunk thing's a little weird. I'll probably get rid of that. But I do like the brightness. Maybe if we add... I like the decapitator.
In my dark moments, I feel the cold breath in my neck. I look to the future and wonder if I'm ever next. I see on the news the pandemic is strife, and I'm told to mask up and move forward in life. And I see the earth hovering up in the air, and it's swinging your side of sorrow and pain. But I choose life.
choose life.
Yeah, those transients are harsh, but
O death, where is thy sting? O death, where is thy sting? In my dumb moments, I feel the cold breath in my neck. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I see on the news the pandemic is striking. I'm told to mask up and move forward in life. And I see that you're hovering up in the air and it's swinging your sight. There's sorrow and pain, but I choose life. You've come any more.
oh, there was another track in there. I don't know what that was.
Up in the air and it's swinging your sight. There's sorrow and pain, but I choose life. 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 You've come any.
Yeah, it's always interesting to see. Yeah, do you want to hear where this track started out? It came up a long way. So it started out with this this piano track. Looks like we changed keys.
I'm looking at you and I'm picking up all your plans. I'm studying hard and I'm trying to make my amends. I caused my own pain and maybe I was strife and I'm holding the strike.
That screwed me up a lot. So, but anyway, you know, so the cadence is kind of the same, but I think I like the new track better. So I'm gonna mute that and let's send it off into the. I don't know. Let's save up a version first. Let's hit save. Save early, save often. And now that I've got original version, well, mostly original, I'm gonna go in and just start to get rid of some of the stuff that I don't need anymore. Like, I think these, oh, I remember what these strings are. We don't need to delete those yet. We might come back. I bounced all of those strings so that I had them. You know, that's something that we may want to turn on flex, and let's quantize that.
I want to admit, you're desperately fought and you try to take all you can get. You're canceling work and your job loss is worth it. I thought I could handle it, struggling to learn that my brain was not working and playing with computing, but still I keep finding and trying to choose because I choose life. Oh death, where is...
Let's switch to polyphonic. I screwed up. I shouldn't have screwed up. But I screw up a lot.
You've come at me more than I care or I want to admit.
Yeah, that's still a little messy.
You've come at me more than I care or I want to admit. We danced when we fought and you tried to take all you can get. You constantly worked and your job was worth it. I thought
Let's do another send and let's create a... Let's call this Metal Orchestra.
you constantly worked and your job was worth it. I thought I could handle it. Struggling to learn that my brain was not working and playing with the computer, but still I keep finding it, trying to choose a side. Choose life or death. Where is thy sting? Come at me more than I care or I want to admit. We danced when we fought and you tried to take all you can get. You constantly worked and your job was worth it. I thought I could handle it. Struggling to learn that my brain was not working and playing with the computer, but still I keep finding it, trying to choose a side. Choose life or death. Where is thy sting? Come at me more than I care or I want to admit. We danced when we fought and you tried to take all you can get. You constantly
Yeah, there's some weird stuff going on. I think we might need to go in and do a little bit more flexing. Yeah, that sounds a little better. everything came in when I bounced it. I may go back to that. Where did...
We danced and we fought and you tried to take all you could get. You canceled worked in your job I was with and I thought I could handle it. Struggling to learn that my brain was not working and clearly computing, but still I keep finding and trying to choose because I choose life. Oh death, where is thy sting? I'm looking at you and I'm picking up all of your plans. I'm studying hard and I'm trying to make my amends. I caused my own pain and I made my own strife and I'm holding on strongly to my loving wife because I chose life. Oh death, where is thy sting?
You know, we need to make that snare so much more snappy. Okay, I accidentally deleted that. Oops.
In my dumb moments, I feel the cold breath in my neck. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next.
That's sort of interesting.
In the air next week, your sight, the sorrow and pain, but I choose life. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I see on the news the pandemic is striving. I'm told the mask up and move forward in life. And I see that you're hovering up in the air and I swing in your sight. The sorrow and pain, but I choose life. In my dumb moments, I feel the cold breath in my neck. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I see on the news the pandemic is striving. I'm told to mask up and move forward in life. And I see that you're hovering up in the air and I swing in your sight. The sorrow and pain, but I choose life. In my dumb moments, I feel the cold breath in my neck. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I see on the news the pandemic is striving. I'm told to mask up and move forward in life. And I see that you're hovering up in the air and I swing in your sight. The sorrow and pain, but I
That feels like the THX sound. Let's get rid of some of the room mic. I want to dry these out. That's kind of interesting. Starts to almost... let's look at the attack on those. Yeah, I want to try and get it to die out before. Yeah, that works. And then in the next section,
Beside the sour pain, but I choose life. I see on the news the pandemic is threatening. I'm told to mask up and move. I see on the news the pandemic is threatening. I'm told to mask up and move forward in life. And I see you're hovering up in the air next week. You're silently sour pain, but I choose life. I see on the news the pandemic is threatening. I'm told to mask up and move forward in life. And I see you're hovering up in the air next week. You're silently sour pain, but I choose life. I see on the news the pandemic is threatening. I'm told to mask up and move forward in life. And I see you're hovering up in the air next week. You're silently sour pain, but I choose life. I see on the news the pandemic is threatening. I'm told to mask up and move forward in life. And I see you're hovering up in the air next week. You're silently sour pain, but I
that's kind of cool.
life. And I see you're hovering up in the air next week. You're silently sour pain, but I choose life. I see on the news the pandemic is threatening. I'm told to mask up and move forward in life. And I see you're hovering up in the air next week. You're silently sour pain, but I
You know, I'm going to duplicate this. And let's take half of this. And if we come in here, let's close out this and then make these smaller. And then let's just okay, so we're going to pan that hard right, or most of the way right, and
sour pain, but I choose life.
yeah, that that does a nice way. You know, I wanted to kind of fill up the.
Image of moments I feel the cold breath in my neck. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I see on the news the pandemic is driving. I'm told to mask up and move forward in life. And I see you're hovering up in the air and I swing in your sight. There's sorrow and pain, but I choose life. You've come at me more than I care or I want to admit. We danced and we fought and you tried to take all you could get. You've canceled and worked in a job that's worth than I thought I could handle, and struggling to learn that my brain was not working and playing with computing, but still I keep finding and trying to choose because I choose life.
Let's set up another bus. And let's call this low vocal.
Image of moments I feel the cold breath in my neck. I look to the future. I see on the news the pandemic is driving. I'm told to mask up and move forward in life. And I see that you're hovering up in the air and I swing at your side. There's sorrow and pain, but I choose life. Image of moments I feel the cold breath in my neck. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I see on the news the pandemic is driving. I'm told to mask up and move forward in life. And I see that you're hovering up in the air and I swing at your side. There's sorrow and pain, but I choose life. Image of moments I feel the cold breath in my neck. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I see on the news the pandemic is driving. I'm told to mask up and move forward in life. And I see that you're hovering up in the air and I swing at your side. There's sorrow and pain, but I choose life. Image of moments I feel the cold breath in my neck. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I see on the news the pandemic is driving. I'm told to mask up and move forward in life. And I see that you're hovering up in the air and I swing at your side. There's sorrow and pain, but I choose life. Image of moments I feel the cold breath in my neck. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next.
Let's fix that timing. That timing is jacked, Brian. How did you not do that right? Y'all, that is rough.
I look to the future and wonder if I'm the I look to the future and I look to the future and wonder if I'm the I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I look to the future and wonder if I'm I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I look. I look to the. I look to the future and wonder if I'm. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I look to the future and wonder if I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. Look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I look to the future and wonder if I look to the future and wonder if I look to the future and to the future and wonder if I'm the I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. If I'm the next. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I look to the future and wonder if I'm. I look to the future and wonder. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I look to the future and wonder. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next.
So you can set it to play back slower. So I'm going to
I look to the future and wonder.
why does it keep
I look to the future and wonder if I'm the. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I look to the future and wonder if I'm. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next.
so close?
I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next. I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next.
Feels like it's a little early now.
I look to the future and wonder if I'm the next.
Oh shit. Okay, guys. You know, I'm gonna wind down because I don't know if there's anyone here. At least there hasn't been anyone on Twitch, and I haven't seen anyone pop into any of the other chat rooms. So, you know, we'll be back on Thursday night, and I'll have some more stuff to talk about. Looks like I might have to go back to work. So, anyways, thanks for tuning in, y'all, and we will be back tomorrow, or not tomorrow, Thursday. But yeah, have a good one.
O death, where is thy sting? O death, where is thy sting? In my dumb moments, I feel the cold breath in my neck. I look to the future and wonder if I'm at the next.